Kevin violated an order and he had to go. And that 144 people, look at the number, that he had to sacrifice was to buy him more time.
Wagwan people, one of you hope everybody doing good. Respect for tuning into another video. And here on the agenda today, the topic of discussion are called pastor. You see the pre, and we have a clippings from the funeral one basically addressing the whole missing body thing. So stay tuned for that one day. Also, his ex-friend from Canada speak up because she know a lot of things and she make we know how everything happened, the way it happened, you see it. So make sure you stay tuned for that one day. Watch the video to the end because it's a lengthy one and she talk a bag of things. She basically exposed some of him secret and she says she have more to talk, you see it. Anyways, much appreciated if you like the video. Share the video across every single platform and follow us on Instagram at Dancehall Agenda. But guess what? Let's jump in that video. So viewers and sub, if you're following this story with the cult pastor anywhere upon social media, you will see a lot of people are commenting and see how them here say the body missing from the morgue already. You see the pre, and me get a lot of people ask me the same question, them a comment on my page and all of them something there. Well, whatever clips is provided now with now, check out what I got.
His Excellency, the time is now. What time is it, Anne-Marie? 4:39 recording, and His Excellency is right here in Robertson room 3. He's not missing, not as yet. We'll wait until Wednesday and see. His Excellency is right here, right here.
So viewers and sub, they don't get the confirmation, him still did it. But at yesterday, they make the video there. So them said them a wait until today, which would have been the third day, to see if him still there both. So anyways, we'll wait for that confirmation. But just for the people them we didn't ask, but no, on our wait for the update them. So as we get them, we are show them out. Let's see the pre. But sticking to the topic, called pastor. Right now we have a clipping to show now. And this female, I make you know say, she was one of her friends. But them fall off because of something what him do to one of him friend, which is a male. You see the pre, me not gonna say it. You see the pre, and at that time he was a pastor in transition. Them just in a chain in Canada. And the bigger pastor them, the bishop them dismiss it. Because she make you know say a whole heap of things are hide. Even though in Canada, it's like them a hide and talk. Them now say it loud because it's a whole cover-up thing going on over there. You see the pre. But anyways, me know I'm going to hear this. And she speak with Dr. Love. So I'm going to play the clippings right now. So you see what going on. Anyways, much appreciated. Leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you've been watching the video and not subscribe yet, do it now. Click on the bell icon so you get notified whenever we don't upload. Follow us on Instagram at Dancehall Agenda. Anyways, check out what going on.
Stuff is going to happen to you. Everything was like doom and gloom for him.
Right.
It wasn't anything necessary good.
Right.
Everything was just, and him collecting, offering late fees when you get to church. That's typically what he learned in Toronto. He learned it from all the bishops. So all the bishops here loved him because he was 14, 15, 17, and they groomed him. And once he tried to sleep with my friend, who is a male, who is a boy, and we went to pastor with it. Pastor denied it. Then we went to the overseer. Overseer denies it.
Right.
And they still had Kevin traveling all over preaching and ministering to people until his wife actually caught him with a man multiple times. Then he migrated to Jamaica.
Wait. They said that he was arrested in Canada.
He was, not to my knowledge, he was never arrested in Canada. Kevin was always preaching. He traveled to Africa. Even years before, Kevin was always in England. You can even look it up on YouTube. He's been in England.
Right, they said that he was in jail for 6 months before he was deported back to Jamaica. That's the news I saw that they said the police said, because the lawyer was confirming that I guess she must have spoke to the police in Canada and they said he was in jail for 6 months for having sexual assault with a 21-year-old.
He been with men.
Does he have any kids?
He has one child.
Oh, you have one?
That is unknown. So church is a thing where they hide and cover things because no one would ever come out and say, I know Kevin personally. You know, I've been Kevin's best friend. Everybody right now, they're in a disarray. They're surprised and they're hiding.
Right.
They're hiding. And in order for Kevin to be a bishop, there's other churches out there under him. That's one thing you need to know. Right. So if Bishop Kevin Smith, that means there's other churches. And there's other churches doing the same thing that Kevin has done.
Right. So do you know if the child living in Canada, where the child is living, if it's a girl or it's a boy?
It's a daughter, to my knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, so he does have one kid, and then he was married in Canada, right?
Right.
So was his wife? His wife was going to the same church?
They were going to my sister church. Like they say sister church. Like right now, I don't go to church. I don't have nothing to do with church. Right. There's so many stuff that's happened in church that I don't want to be a part of that garbage. Right. And the complaint to the pastor, and they covered it, and they actually disgrace you and say, you know, this is a spiritual man. He would never do anything like this. And, you know, do you know who you're talking about and all this stuff? Then, you know, it's just time for you to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that when he was in Jamaica and so forth, running the church, do you think that he was still done? If you don't know, you don't know. But when you see somebody having a ring like that, it's best you stay far away from it. That ring is power. That ring will put you in a zone that you don't want to. That ring will make you burn like you're inside of a building. That ring will make you lose everything. That ring, and the ring you have on too, that ring that Kevin have on, right? He went to Suriname. Do you know if he went to Suriname before?
Syria?
Suriname.
Suriname?
Yeah, Suriname.
Okay, I'm not sure, but I know he's been to many places. So you know,
that ring that Kevin have on came from Suriname, right? You have to go to Suriname to get a ring like that, right? And when you get a ring like that and so forth, this is why I do believe 99.9% is that they need to take a bulldozer and go to that church and remove that building and start to dig that building, go to his home and start to demolition that home, because they're going to find a lot of skull on his property. Because in order to wear a ring like that, you have to be taking life on a regular basis. That ring cannot survive without get blood. Cannot survive without it.
Yes.
Any circumstances. So I do believe, and I hope that they will make all the proper arrangement and go to that property and find all these bodies that they've been looking for years. That is right there in that church building, right at that man's home, and dig that place up and check that house, and they will find. If they don't find more than at least 10 or 20 bodies there, I'm talking about kids and everything, something is wrong.
Yeah, and anybody who comes in contact with him needs to be cleansed.
Yeah.
They need to be cleansed.
Yeah.
They need to be cleansed.
Anybody that in contact with him, they need to be cleansed. Now let me ask you a question. It is a weird question. And I know you can't answer the question, right? But I'm still going to answer the question. Because truth is truth and wrong is wrong. Did you ever get cleansed?
Did I ever get cleansed?
Yeah.
From what?
Being knowing him or being around him when he was there.
At those times, no.
Okay,
No.
Okay, all right. Don't answer no more.
Yeah.
Leave it right. That's okay.
Yeah.
Leave it right there, right? One thing I know for sure, and people gonna like, oh, just leave it right there. That's okay. Leave it right there, right?
Yeah.
Let sleeping dog sleep. Let's make it be what it is. Because you're a truthful person and you're not a normal person, which is okay, right?
I'm not. And the thing is, because people always see me in makeup and lipstick and all of that, they always underestimate. I can see you. I see you.
Right.
Yeah. I see you.
I know. Remember, we know exactly what's going on here. We know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And your words are good. And I'm really glad that you take the time to highlight these people because there's more. There's more to come, and there's more going to be happening. This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning of uncovering. There's a lot of warning to all of those who are out there doing this to the poor Jamaican people.
Right.
We know who you are, and your time is coming.
Right.
We're gonna find out that you've been, and Kevin is just the tip of the iceberg for all of these preachers who are doing this. Yeah.
And it is in those kind of worlds, kids and all those things are off limit. Should not be under any circumstances. And you have done it. And that's why we keep saying it over and over, people. And we're gonna say it. What have happened to Kevin yesterday in that car? The police did not tamper with the car.
No.
Government did not tamper with the car.
No.
Kevin did not pull a gun in the car.
No.
Kevin was in the car without a handcuff for a reason.
For a reason.
He could not, that handcuff that they tried to put on his hand, it's not like they never tried. They could not put a handcuff on his hand. Though much they tried, they could not. Because he was running out of time to get to Kingston on time. And they were still insisting of putting on a handcuff on him where that was not working because what they did not understand that as long as he got that ring on his finger, it is not going to work under any circumstances.
Under any circumstances.
Persistent with it, it end up costing a life, of sacrifice a life because that everything was on time, everything was timing. Even where he was driving, he was not supposed to drive it. That was not their route. That was But they take a route, and the route that they take have end up bring them to their destiny. And everybody is saying that, oh, he's not in the funeral home. Oh, he went to Canada. Oh, he went to this, he went to that. He's right there laying in the funeral home.
I heard somebody say that man is on a boat going somewhere. He's on a boat going nowhere. The only thing that can happen now is somebody would take his spirit and use it.
Right? That's
the only thing that could happen. Somebody take him and use him because he's so wicked. Right. You know? Yeah.
And I feel, I don't know if I hear clear, but I heard that 2 of the police officers are still in hospital in critical condition.
Yeah, they are. They are.
And I feel sorry for their family and I feel sorry for them. Right? And we don't know where the ring is, people. We don't know where the ring is. We have no idea where the ring is. We don't know where the ring is.
That's what I said. It was no longer there.
Right.
It was no longer there.
And whatever happened, it happened. And we don't want to know and we're not investigating of what have happened.
I don't want to investigate it either. But these are higher power, higher people.
Right. And so there's anything going on in Canada now? Any talk going on? Anything in Canada right now?
Can you expound on it?
No, any.
Anybody here? They're talking, but it's hush because you know that he's in church, right?
Right.
He's in church.
Right.
So it's kind of just quiet.
Right.
It's just hush. You know, heard what happened to Kevin. You know, I can't believe. But this is, you understand, like I know this individual. This is Kevin.
Right.
Kevin. You know? So it's like regular Kevin to me. How people are calling him His Excellency. I'm like, Kevin, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, it's just typical Kevin. Kevin just found a route where he could manipulate people with his 3 guard rings, and he could hypnotize them with the way he says things and his words.
Right.
Yeah. And he found an easy way out to make money. And it was good money also.
Yeah.
But Kevin will always have money because from you are a preacher, you're making money.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
He was in Jamaica and he was doing excellent down there.
Very, very excellent.
But
very excellent.
He did not feed enough. He did not get enough. And it ended up because what he did, he figured that he reached, he figured that he was the man now. So he be disobedient. What is the thing that's supposed to happen? You cannot tap into ghosts and then don't dismiss them.
Right. But I think Kevin violated the order and he had to go. And that 144 people, look at the number, that he had to sacrifice was to buy him more time. Yeah.
Right. And I believe he violated the order, and he's so much ghost, so much spirit that he tapped into, he never dismissed them, and because of that, the one that's in charge of all of them take things in his hand because the little small one could not do what they're supposed to do. So the bigger one come and do the job.
Right. It's just crazy. Right. But this is just the beginning for Jamaican people, and they need to educate themselves. You know, he found a route to take advantage of people. You had to pay what, 100,000 or something to get into the ark. And the funny thing, people actually thought it was a physical ark because if you notice, when the police were saying to him, "Where's the ark?" He said, "The ark is coming. The ark is leaving." If you're not spiritual, you're going to miss this.
Yeah, he was coming and all of that. Yeah. And the heart did come. Because the heart enemy was coming. And what he was doing, what I realized he was doing, he was trying to get as much people that day to see if he could secure himself. But he did not get enough that day to secure himself. And all hell broke loose.
Yeah, but Dr. Love, look at it. Okay, he lines up 144 people. All the men are naked. The women have clothes on. What does that tell you? Also, where were you gonna put them? That means this is something that he has often done.
Yeah.
And he got away with it. These are things that people have to look at.
Drinking a lot.
And he was drinking.
And that day when that happened in the church, they visited him and tell him exactly what to do. And he was trying to see if he could meet that numbers, and he could not meet that numbers. And not meeting that numbers, all great news, because most of those people did not know what was going on until they realized that day. And that's why everything went on to what it is. There was going to be a lot more than that. As I said, 100 people, it was going to be a lot more than that day. It would be one of the most dangerous things that ever happened. But thanks to the Most High, and even though this right, it's not his spirit, and we understand it's wrong, that they intervened and put a stop to it because he was just not doing his job.
And these people have to know an order. Once these spirits ask you to do something, if you don't do the job, the spirit is coming right back to you. It's coming right back to you, and it's going to take you. Because when you send something out to do the job and it's not accomplished, it's coming right back to you. It's a spiritual world. From the minute we were born into this world, it's a spiritual world. And we are in a spiritual warfare. Whether you want to believe in God or the devil, both of them exist.
Right.
They both exist. And Satan always wants blood, and he always wants sacrifice, and he wants it in the dirtiest way ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is crazy, but one thing I know, I'm glad that you're sharing. Very glad that you're sharing. And if anybody sitting here today not listening and not looking into it, people are here looking into it. People are here.
Yeah.
As I've seen somebody in here, they know exactly what's going on and they know what time it is. I'm glad that you share it. And some of these people just not open them eye. They will never open. Yeah. And it's good that they don't open that because some of them have a ring right now that they're even themselves. They have to after they finish what's being like.
Well, I'm sorry for that person, but yeah.
Right.
But anyhow, I'm into exposing the foolishness that's going on in that world, because it is nonsense that a person would think that he can take people's life, get away with it, verbally abuse women and verbally insult women. Did you see the video with him saying that that's why some of you women have so much cobweb? What kind of nonsense is that? What would make women sit down in a congregance and listen to this nonsense? A man who is just insulting women left, right, and center. It's called hypnosis.
Well,
they were hypnotized.
One guy said something, and we're gonna touch on that, and then we're gonna just leave it right here. Reasons. One guy said something yesterday. Remember, you know him. We don't know him.
Yeah.
I'm knowledgeable enough about a lot of things, right? The guy said when he touched him yesterday, and you saw that video?
Yeah, the power. It felt heavy.
Right.
Yeah.
You believe that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's leave it. Let's leave it right there. I really feel. I hope that guy he turned himself around and understand that.
Yeah, I was really worried for him. Because stuff like that, stuff will start happening in your life, and you don't know what happened.
Right.
And you don't know who bring it.
Right.
But as you can see, when he was talking, he was discombobulated.
Yes.
He didn't know how to put his sentences together. He didn't know how to articulate what was really going on properly. And he was the one who came in counter with it.
Yep. And I was watching the news this morning to see if anything, and I'm hoping that he's okay, but people don't understand what the world is and what happened in the world. So we're going to just leave it like that. But I want to thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your time. You have any final word you want to tell some of these people that are sitting here?
I want to just say, watch out to the pastor. Watch out for the pastors, them, that say the same thing over and over. Right. So that means they're trying to hypnotize your mind for you to be under a chant, for you to sell out your family and sell out your soul. Know God for yourself. Study the word for yourself. Yeah.
Thank you.
And protect your children. Protect them from auntie, uncle. You never know who is it. You never know who is doing it. No, look at what's going on. People have no empathy for each others. People have no love for each others. You get it?
Yeah.
People will sell you out there's no loyalty anymore. People just sell you out for nothing. Nothing at all.
How you think some of these people looking at church, or how you see church if somebody want to go to church right now?
Well, even right now, even if you wanted to go to church, it's very hard but I think what's happening has shook little Jamaica. This thing, I didn't think that Kevin would take over the social media like this, because this is somebody who I know personally. You get it? I'm like, whoa. From 1 week now, Kevin is rocking the media. You get it?
Yeah.
So if this is somebody who I personally know, and I see church different. I've been always seeing church different, because once my friend came to me and said, Kevin tried to speak with me, and we went to pastor, and pastor denied and stuff. I just started seeing church differently. Church, don't think that it's a safe haven. I'm not preaching against church.
Right.
I'm assuming there's still some that is loyal out there.
Loyal.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not preaching against church, but church is not a safe haven. What the word of God says, the wheat and the tear shall grow together until the day of harvest.
Right.
And also says a sower went out to sow, and some fell on good ground, some fell on thorny ground. Right. So it says at the end of the day, God will come and reap. He will come and reap. So you just gotta be pure in heart. I don't know which church I will be attending, but church for me right now is off limits. God for me is always welcome, but church for me right now, off limits. Yeah.